Hey guys, welcome back to another video on this channel and welcome back to another journal with me video. Today we are going to be journaling about love and romance. That's the prompt for the day. So if you're new here, we're going to be doing 5 journal prompts where I ask you guys questions. You're going to comment your answers and I'm also going to share my answers to these questions as well. And so yeah, I'm in this mood to talk about romance because literally I was just listening to a song that I love so much called Moon and Back by Jake. If you guys don't know him, he sang the song Golden Hour. That was a viral song and he just makes a lot of songs that I think they're mostly romantic songs, but he has the most romantic style of production of music and it just got me in this lover girl feeling. And I was also talking to my friends. We were talking about it and so I can't get it out of my head, so we're gonna talk about it. So pull out your notebook, notes app, write in the comment section. We got 5 journal prompts for today. First question is, what's something that makes you instantly attracted to someone? This is a good question because it's like, is there a moment? Is it a buildup of things over time? So let me just write this down. Think about this one. What makes you instantly... I have my answer already. I already know what I want, to be honest. I don't need to think about it. Number one thing that makes me instantly attracted to someone. So my answer is somebody with nuance. And what does this mean? This means somebody that has a independent thinking and they have independent train of thought and they have nuance to them. So what I mean by this is I love people who are complex in the sense that they don't just have a very straightforward way of thinking. Let's say some people have this mentality, oh, the world is, it's not the same. And obviously, yes, we understand these things, but the world is just falling apart and everybody sucks and everybody's evil, don't trust anyone. That's a very rigid, that's a very solidified, that's a very specific type of mentality. And I don't feel attracted to people who just have one way of thinking. So I'm immediately attracted to someone who has differentiated thinking. That's what the word I was looking for. I just found it. So people who have nuance in their thinking, there's actually, I have to confess to you guys, there's some creators on here where honestly, they're my ideal type. There's this one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, because if he ever sees this video, I don't think he'll ever see it, but I am so attracted to him because he has such differentiated thinking that I can imagine sitting down with him and talking about so many different topics because he's such a deep thinker and he also just has such nuanced thinking. And I just feel attracted to people who are open-minded and people who have an optimistic way of thinking about things. And so that's something that makes me instantly attracted if they are nuanced. Do you know what I mean? They're, yeah, differentiated thinker. That's mine. Okay. Second question is, what kind of love feels the safest to you? Number one for me is somebody who is emotionally calm, somebody who has emotional maturity, because when you're emotionally mature, you're less emotionally reactive because you're able to understand when and where to react in situations for the benefit of both parties. A safe space to me is really just someone who is calm, somebody who is a safe person to speak to, somebody who they look at you and you can just feel that it's a comfortable space to talk. You feel that they're open-minded, and even if they don't understand what you're saying, that they're open-minded to hearing it. That's what makes love feel safest to me, because I want to be with someone where I can be the most of myself with them and they have my best interest. They have my best... I'm so tired. It's been such a long day. But they have my best interest at heart. Yeah, that's the phrase. So that makes love feel the safest to me. I really, really care about somebody who is emotionally mature because when they're reactionary, they react to everything and they snap easily. That immediately I shut down, and I immediately feel unsafe. I immediately feel uncomfortable, and so I think that that's a really big priority to me. Someone who is not super reactive, and someone who, you know, is emotionally intelligent. Honestly, number 3. What's your biggest green flag in a guy? I'll go first. My biggest green flag in a guy, I just said it before, is emotional intelligence. So this is just, it really is interesting in this world, actually, because there's a lot of people who don't know what this word means. If I go on a date, okay, let's say, maybe I'll leave this question for the 3rd date, 4th date, no, 2nd date maybe, and I ask someone what it means to be emotionally intelligent to them. If someone cannot answer that question, it really does tell me that they're not. Because if you really understand what emotional intelligence is and you've had to develop it in your life for different circumstances or different reasons, you understand how important it is to use that in every field of your life. And that's a priority to me. So that's my biggest green flag in a guy. And then the second one is someone who's kind. Someone who is kind-hearted gets me every time. In fact, when someone is kind, they can have a lot of qualities that I just don't like, and I just still like them so much. There's this one guy, about a year or 2 ago, I think, we were in the same club, and I liked him because he was so kind, and I knew absolutely nothing about him. I just saw how friendly he was to people and how kind he was when he would approach people and treat others, and I think that just that in itself, there's something about someone being kind that's such, it's bare minimum, but I love it. Also because kind and nice are different. So nice is more about what you give to people. You know, you're nice, you give stuff, but when someone is kind in the sense that they're just kind-hearted, they're genuine, that honestly is, I'm gone. Number 4. What kind of person usually catches your attention first? So this means when you see someone who has you looking a little longer, the longest, for me, it is one prototype of person. Throughout my life, I've liked the same type of personality in every human being that I've ever liked. It is that they are extroverted. Number 1, they're always extroverted, and they are kind to everyone, they're outgoing, and they kind of wear their heart on their sleeve. Some people like a mysterious trope. They like a guy or a girl who sits in the back of the classroom, kind of nonchalant, doesn't talk to anyone, has no friends. And that mysteriousness gets people attracted. For me, I'm wired the exact opposite because my brain just tells me that when someone's super... Also, I've been in encounters with people who are antisocial, and it's been the worst experience I've ever had. Trust me, if someone tells you they have no friends and everybody leaves them, nobody loves them, run away because they will show you why that is the case. But for me, I actually have only liked people, when I see someone, oh yeah, I'm saying different sentences and finishing different ones, but whenever a guy or anyone is mysterious and they're antisocial, my brain, and this is obviously judgmental, this is me being judgmental, I automatically assume that there has to be a reason that they are so timid, or maybe there's a reason why they really lose everybody, or everybody in their life kind of just doesn't want to be around them, because obviously there's protecting your peace. You could be an amazing person and you don't have people who reflect that, and so you have nobody. But people who are just they're so mysterious and quiet, and they just keep to themselves, and they're antisocial and afraid of people, I personally have not had good experiences with those people. So my mind immediately is just wired to just be turned off by that, and I like to see what I get. So I don't like people where I have to wait so long to see how they're gonna be with me in a relationship. I want to see through just the person they are that this is the kind of person that I'm gonna be with. So I don't like surprises or mystery. So yeah, I like people who are very open, lead them, and they wear their heart on their sleeve. I also like people who are a little bit, would controversial be the right word to say in this situation? I like people who are a little bit polarizing, or they're they're a little bit, they're not afraid to say the thing that everybody's afraid to say, or they're not afraid to be a little bold, they're not afraid to be confident. I think that really sticks out to me as a person. Number 5, how do you act when you genuinely like someone? I love that they added the word genuinely, because sometimes I genuinely act up when I like someone. The way I act around them is just weird. So if I can really be myself, that shows me that this person, we have good connection, because sometimes when I like someone and you can tell we're not going to work out, I find it really hard to relax and just be myself in some way. I think that's just a personal flaw, but normally when I genuinely like someone, I literally have their best interest at heart, in the sense that I like them and I actually have in my mind that I just want to be the best person for this person, even if it's hard. And that's just kind of the way that I like people, where I definitely tend to be overly perfect. And I say this in a non-cocky way, in a way that this could be a bad thing, because sometimes it's like I just don't want to upset. I don't want to do anything wrong. I want to be the best I can for the person, but realistically we're human, and humans mess up, so I think it can be a slippery slope. But normally I'm just very, I would say I'm kind. I'm always rooting for that person. I'm always wanting to support them, be there for them when they need, and that I just commit to. I'm just a committed person. I think for me, if I like someone, they feel that I'm committed to them, and I don't look at anybody else. I just kind of, and I also love, making memories, going places, doing fun things. And so I definitely act as someone who will asked to do different activities and things like that. And when I genuinely like someone, I think I want them to feel as though I'm their favorite person, in the sense that they can tell me anything and I will not ever use it against them. It's a safe space. There's another bug on the wall. You guys, this summer is gonna drive me crazy. I want them to feel as though there's nothing they can't tell me, where it's an unsafe place. I think that feeling in a relationship is priority, and it makes most people feel seen when you feel as though it's a safe place for them to be open. It's a same safe place for them to discuss their worries and things like that. And so, yeah, that's the way that I love when I like someone. But yeah, when I genuinely like them, though, I'm not a rush person that rushes things, to be honest. I am more of an avoidant attachment, so I kind of approach it as if I don't want to get into a relationship as soon as possible, because I don't want things to get messed up, so I just move very slowly, but I just dragged on. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section to this question, and let me know your responses to these journal prompts. I hope you enjoyed this season for the Love Edition, and let me know any other ideas or any other themes that you want me to do for journal prompts, any questions you want me to ask, and subscribe, and stick around for more of this series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!